Welcome to Open Books, the coziest corner in the world. Grab your favorite blanket, find a comfy spot, and let the magic of storytelling take you into a world of dreams. I'm Jim Hawkins, and my story starts when I was just a lad, helping out at my father's inn, the Admiral Benbow. It was there I first crossed paths with an old sailor named Billy Bones. 15 men on a dead man's chest, yo-ho-ho, and a bottle of rum, Billy would sing, while showing me an old treasure map and spinning yarns of pirates and the hidden riches of Captain Flint. "It's the map the pirates want," Billy muttered. Then, one day, Billy passed away suddenly, leaving me with the resolve to seek out Treasure Island myself, with the help of my trusted friend, Captain Smollett. As we prepared to set sail aboard the Hispaniola at Bristol docks, excitement coursed through me. But Captain Smollett pulled me aside, whispering, "I don't trust this crew." "Shiver my timbers," boomed a voice behind us. It was Long John Silver. Despite Billy's warnings about the one-legged sailor, Long John seemed friendly enough, and my fears faded. Then came the day I went to grab an apple from the ship's kitchen. As I reached into a barrel, the ship lurched, and I tumbled in. Just then, I overheard Long John whispering to another sailor about the map to Flint's treasure and his plans for mutiny. "We were Flint's crew, and by right it's ours," he hissed. At that moment, the lookout spotted Treasure Island, and chaos erupted. Rushing to Captain Smollett, I revealed Long John's scheme. "Sober," Smollett commanded, sending men ashore for supplies. Determined to uncover the pirates' plans, I hid in their boat. As we neared land, Long John muttered threats, and when he spotted me, I leaped overboard and swam to shore, ignoring his shouts. On land, I stumbled upon Ben Gunn, a marooned sailor who agreed to help in exchange for passage home. Together, we traversed marshy trails until we spotted a British flag atop a craggy hill. "You'll be safe here," Ben assured me as we approached a wooden fort surrounded by stakes. Inside, I reunited with Captain Smollett and introduced him to Ben. Smollett explained how, after Long John went ashore, the mutiny unfolded, and loyal crew members escaped on a rowboat, only to have it sunk by pirates. They swam ashore, found Flint's old fort, and made camp. We waited in the fort until Long John appeared with a white flag. "I've come to talk," he said cautiously, stepping forward. "If you hand over that treasure map," Long John Silver proposed, his voice carrying a hint of persuasion, "I promise we'll leave you be. We'll even take you back to England once we've found the treasure. Do we have a deal?" His smile was almost disarming, but Captain Smollett's face remained stern, his brows furrowed in deep suspicion. "Good men don't make deals with pirates," Smollett retorted firmly, his voice cutting through the tension like a sharp blade. With a disdainful glance, he turned his back on Long John, refusing to entertain the notion of negotiation with the likes of him. Yet, as if on cue, the air crackled with sudden urgency as the pirates, their eyes gleaming with avarice and swords gleaming in the dim light, surged forward, heedless of any agreements or promises. "Hold the forge." Captain Smollett's command sliced through the chaos, rallying us to arm ourselves with cutlasses and brace for the impending onslaught. In our haste, we had neglected to consider a critical detail. The fort, sturdy though it appeared, harbored a hidden vulnerability known only to Long John Silver and his former comrades, the very men who had helped construct it under the shadow of Flint's tyranny. With a knowing smirk, Long John seized upon this advantage, leading his cohorts through a concealed passage that rendered our defenses all but futile. As the pirates flooded through the secret entrance like a tide of malevolence, Captain Smollett's voice rang out, urgent and resolute. "Flee," he commanded, his tone brooking no argument. Instinctively, I turned to obey, only to feel a rough hand clamp down on my shirt, jerking me back with unexpected force. "Captain!" I cried out in alarm, but my words were swallowed by the din of battle. Struggling against my unseen assailant, I glimpsed the smirking countenance of Long John Silver, his gaze fixed upon me with an unsettling mixture of amusement and anticipation. "Hello, Jim," he greeted me with a sly grin, his voice dripping with deceptive congeniality. "I believe you have something we want." My heart pounded in my chest as I wrestled against his grasp, my mind racing with defiance even as a sense of dread coiled within me. "You'll get nothing from me," I retorted defiantly, though my protests fell on deaf ears. In an instant, another pirate swooped in, deftly relieving me of my knapsack and extracting the coveted map with an exultant cry. A chorus of triumphant cheers erupted from the pirate ranks, mingling with the bitter taste of defeat that lodged in my throat like bile. With a patronizing pat on my shoulder, Long John Silver leaned in close, his breath hot against my ear as he whispered his offer of alliance. "No hard feelings, Jim," he murmured, his voice laced with a dangerous undercurrent of coercion. "Now, let's make a deal. These scurvy dogs will turn against me, but you're better than that. I'll stand by you and keep you safe if, when the time comes, you stand by me." As we traversed the marshy path, the weight of his words hung heavy in the air, casting a pall of uncertainty over our journey. With each step, I grappled with the moral quandary that lay before me, torn between loyalty to my comrades and the chilling allure of self-preservation. At last, we reached the grove, its towering pines casting long shadows against the fading light. With bated breath, we beheld the gaping maw of the pit, its yawning depths a stark reminder of our dashed hopes and shattered dreams. Amidst the frenzied excavation, the pirates' desperate cries echoed off the walls, their fervent quest for riches yielding naught but bitter disappointment. 2 guineas, one pirate bellowed in frustration, his voice a testament to the depths of their disillusionment. "That scoundrel brought us here for nothing. He'll be arrested and tried for mutiny." The air crackled with tension as tempers flared, swords flashing in the fading twilight. "Run, Jim!" Long John's urgent cry spurred me into action, propelling me forward as musket shots rang out from the thicket. In a flurry of movement, Captain Smollett and his loyal crew burst forth, their determined faces illuminated by the flickering firelight. The pirates, caught off guard by the sudden onslaught, faltered in their advance, their bravado giving way to a palpable sense of fear. With each passing moment, the tide of battle turned in our favor, until at last, the pirates laid down their weapons, defeated and demoralized. As Captain Smollett issued swift commands to secure the area, my thoughts turned to the fate of the treasure. What happened to the treasure? I ventured to ask, my voice tinged with curiosity and a hint of trepidation. "Follow me," Gunn beckoned with a wry grin, his eyes twinkling with mischief as he led the way to his hidden sanctuary. Within the confines of his cave, the dim light cast shimmering reflections upon the hoard of riches that lay scattered before us, a testament to the greed and folly of men. "We gathered what we could," Ben explained, his voice tinged with a note of resignation, "but the rest will have to remain untouched." As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the landscape, we made our way back to the ship, burdened by the weight of our newfound wealth and the knowledge of the trials that lay ahead. And so, with the mutinous pirates marooned on the desolate shore, we set sail for England, leaving behind the echoes of a tumultuous past and the promise of a brighter future. Yet, As the waves carried us away from that fateful island, I couldn't shake the feeling that our journey was far from over. For beneath the tranquil surface of the sea lay untold mysteries and hidden dangers, waiting to test the courage and resolve of those who dared to seek adventure on the high seas. And though Treasure Island may have faded into the distant horizon, its legacy would endure in the annals of history, a testament to the enduring power of greed, loyalty, and the indomitable spirit of the human heart. That's the end of today's story. I hope you'll listen to this and fall into a deep sleep. If you enjoyed tonight's story, please like, subscribe, and share this for us before you go to bed. Sleep tight, dream big, and may your night be filled with the most sweet dreams. Good night, my friends.